Hello everyone, thank you so much for stopping by. On today's menu we are making Ghana salad. Let's get started. In a pot I have some eggs, I'm adding water to it and this is gonna cook for about 30 minutes. I have my carrot, it is all washed. I'm just gonna cut this into like cubes. You could cut it into any shape you want, but I like to cut it into this shape. When it comes to Ghana salad, there's a lot of ingredients you add to it. This is just like the basics. You could add more ingredients if you want, but this is just like the basic. Even with the basic, you could choose to omit some ingredients if you do not like it. And carrots, yeah, it is ready. I'm gonna set this aside and I'm gonna be chopping some onion. I like to use the sweet onion, as you see, because it's not too strong, so that's why I like to use it when I'm making this kind of salad. You could use any kind of onions you prefer, and I'm not using the whole onions, I'm using quarter of it. Make sure all your ingredients or vegetables are well washed before using it. When I'm chopping my onions, I chop it really small. I just like to not see it like really chunky. Just like to chop it really small so it won't like you won't see it in the salad when you're eating it, but you can like taste it. If you do not like onions, just omit this part. But I do like it, but I don't like the chunkiness of it, so that's why I cut it really small. I also have 1 cup of green peas and 1 cup of corn. This is also optional. If you don't like it, you don't need to add it. I just love the taste it brings to the salad. I have my washed cucumber here and I'm taking the seed off. You could leave the seed if you want, but I just don't like it because it's kind of like watery and I don't want my salad to be watery, so I like to take it off and I don't like to chew on the seed too, so that's why I'm taking the seed off. And I use 2 of the cucumber, so you could use less or you could use more if you prefer. And it's ready. I set that aside and now I'm going to be washing my lettuce. I'm using romaine lettuce and I have my fruits and vegetable wash and I'm spraying it on it, and this is going to sit for about 10 minutes before I use it. If you don't have the fruits and vegetable wash, you could use vinegar or salt water. It works perfectly for that, to make sure your vegetables are well cleaned. I added water to it and let it sit for about 5 to 7 minutes. After 7 minutes, I strained the water and I added another water to it. So the second water is to give it like extra rinse. It's like you're washing something and now you're rinsing it off. So that's basically what that was for. I have here some paper towel and I'm going to be using this paper towel to take off the excess water from the lettuce. You don't want to have water sitting underneath your salad, so always make sure your lettuce or any greens you're using are well dry. So this is what I do to take off the excess water from the lettuce. After cleaning my lettuce, I set that aside and now I have my tomatoes. I'm gonna cut my tomatoes into half and I'm gonna take off the seed and the extra juice from it. You don't have to take off the juice if you don't want to. If you like the seed, you could leave it. But as I said, I don't want no water sitting under my salad, so I like to take off anything that have excess liquid from it. So I just cut it this way and I set that aside too. Checking on my eggs after 30 minutes, it is well cooked, it is hard boiled, and I'm now adding my chopped carrots. I'm also adding the green peas and the carrots and I'm going to cook them for 5 minutes under low heat. The corn and the green peas are already soft, so you don't need to overcook it. So within this 5 minutes, because the water is already hot, this is going to be done by that time. And after 5 minutes, look at the texture of the carrot. See, it's not too soft, it is still crunchy, but if you don't want to cook that, you don't have to. I strained the water and now I'm adding cool water to it just to ease off the heat and also stop the cooking process. Taking out the eggs and I'm going to let the eggs also cool down before I take the shell off. I added some water to it just to make it easier to peel the shell of the eggs. Also with the carrots, you don't have to. I just love it because I like how it tastes when I cook it for about 5 minutes. Not too soft, it still has that crunchiness. It brings it extra taste to it, so you don't have to if you don't want to. And my eggs, I'm just slicing it to my preferred shape. As I said, Ghana salad has a lot of ingredients. I did not even add like corned beef or sardines to it. You could add it if you want, but this is just like a basic. So you could add more or less. And I'm making my salad cream now. I have 3 tablespoons of mayonnaise, 2 tablespoons of ketchup, and 4 tablespoons of Heinz salad cream. With the Heinz salad cream, normally we'll just use that, but I like to mix it up with the ketchup and mayonnaise because that taste is so good and it tastes so different. And after mixing it up, it was a little bit tangy, and I added 1 more tablespoon of mayonnaise, and it was perfect. And I have my Heinz baked beans. There's what is Ghana salad without baked beans, so I'm going to use that also. So now that everything is prepped, now let's mix all our ingredients together. You could use a knife to chop your lettuce, but I just like to use my hand to just tear it apart and leave the stem. I'm not using the stem, and that's it. After adding the lettuce, I'm going to be adding the carrot, the green peas, and the corn. Make sure this is cooled down before, remember, we cook it a little bit. And now goes our cooking with and our chopped onions. And I'm adding more lettuce on top, so we're making like layers, so make sure you don't use all your lettuce underneath. And we're going to be adding our carrots, the corn, and the green peas. We're going to be adding our cucumbers and also our chopped onions. Now let's add our tomatoes, and we're going to be adding our eggs too in a minute. And here goes our sliced eggs. We are almost done with our salad. At this point, if you don't like the extra baked beans and the salad cream, you could have it this way without all this extra baked beans. But this is what makes it Ghana salad. The baked beans, the eggs, and the salad cream, that makes it Ghana salad. If you don't have that, I don't think that is Ghana salad. And yet, the final part is just putting your salad cream on top. And yeah, this is ready. And what is Ghana salad without jollof? I feel like this pays a lot. Every time you make Ghana salad, you ask, where is the jollof rice? And I do have my jollof rice here. I have the recipe on this channel. I'm gonna link it if you haven't watched that yet. And this tastes amazing. Alright everybody, thank you so much for watching this recipe. I hope you learned something new. I hope you give this recipe a try, and I know you will love it. Until I come your way next time, please subscribe to the channel if you haven't, and give me a thumbs up if you love this video. This is Cook with Naki. Be good to yourself, be good to everyone. Goes a long way.